Yeah, sorry about that. Had a problem there. One of the things with the design flaws of the camera, it's so big and bulky, you press buttons when you move the camera around, which is, yeah, not very good. I think you can actually lock buttons down, but that's just too complicated for someone like myself. Anyway, it doesn't happen fast. Oh, voice saturation. What's happened? I want voice saturation. And can we have Stephen Hawking talking like a girl? I mean, he's got the possibility of talking like anyone on the planet. Okay, now do you see this? The idea is you think an inclined plane, I'm going to get the most force on an inclined plane, going like that, whereas actually we've learned it's actually going here. You'll get the most force once this gets stuck down. The most force you can get is going this way, which is not, it's counterintuitive. You think, oh yeah, with an inclined plane, if I get force in here, we're going to go at 45 degrees. We're going to get linear motion that way, and we're going to get the most linear motion possible. But really, you want to go at an angle down here. And also, the other thing I discovered is you can actually lower the gating by actually, instead of doing it this way, by changing your magnets here with the orientation of your magnets to your thing. You can actually have a lesser force but lesser gating sort of thing. So eventually you lower the gating to almost nil, and therefore you end up with a half the force but no gating basically. So therefore you get motion, rather than if you have extra force and some moderate gating, you've got the law of inertia, body at rest remains at rest, sort of thing. But anyway, I think hopefully you can understand this and you can start trying your own builds yourself. But you should try all these things out, because I think it's quite amazing. This is counterintuitive that you'll actually get more force and be able to apply more force. It's almost like you've got the teeth on a cog to create your gears, sort of thing. But that's only the step one. Then on the other side of this, you've got this idea you can bring your other to make the tooth of the cog even better. You put this on the side, sort of thing, because you're going to actually have to hold it in there with some sort of blue tack, super glue or something like that. But then you've got the idea of you can do it on both sides, but space them apart to lower or minimise or negate or alleviate the gating effect. So it's basically a double Rubik's Cube problem. You've got all the Rubik's Cube problems on the wheel, setting it up, and then you've got this is the other side of the coin, is changing the orientation of your I don't know, they call that the stator. I don't know what you call this, the drive, the stator and the drive, I don't know. You change that. That also helps minimise the gating, but it also lowers the force. But as I say, when you have a force and no gating, you're going to get motion. So you've got the combination. It's like a double Rubik's Cube problem. You've got to sort out the problems on the wheel, and you've got to sort out the problems here. And whether we can actually put our drive and also learn from this that we can also get a combination of the orientation and this principle we've just only recently unearthed, I suppose. It's probably been known out. It's just obvious to other people, I suppose. I haven't seen it for some reason. Maybe we can have a combination of the two and make it even better, but that's what we've got to work out over the next few. First of all, we do a basic build, and we'll learn something from that, and then slowly, I reckon we're going to get to our goal. Because, as I said, we're back to this stage now where it almost seems like is this the one? It seems like too easy. So we're back to stage now where it almost seems like too easy. And of course, as I said, I can improve that by putting those things on the side. So, and this is pretty heavy too, So I think the first stage is just to put them all around in a ring and show that you can actually push the wheel around in this sort of manner, sort of thing. And that will be stage one. Then we put all the other bits and bobs in, and go from there. Okay, over and out. Sorry about the hassle and everything. See ya.